to my channel. My name's Andrea the Cumbrian Crafter. I've come on today to show you the next 6 iCads in the DIY-iCAD 2024 challenge, which is taking place over on Instagram. I'll leave all the links in the description box down below. So we continue with day 37 out of 61, and the prompt was dashboard. And this is what I've come up with for dashboard. I've just stamped out the words craftometer and crafty motivation and stash supplies on the computer, printed those out and stuck those down. The background is a gel print using distress oxides, and then I've just used a die. It was a circle die, and then I used a smaller circle to take out the middle part, and then I just cut them in half. So on this side for the craft supplies, we've got in the red there, it's time to shop, just right in the middle, and then high on there. And on this side we've got crafty motivation, which is low, medium or high. And then these little pointers are a Tim Holtz set that I've had quite a while and never even opened, so it was really great to open them and use them, because I think they're perfect for this prompt. So I would say at the moment my crafty motivation is probably high, and I would say it's probably always time to shop, but I would say probably that's more an accurate reading of high. But that was the iCAD I made for day 37. Day 38 was Pac-Man. Now I started out with some black card for this one, and I done a bit of research, looked into it. I can remember Pac-Man from when I was younger, and I have played it. It wasn't one of my favourites, but it was okay. But I had a look and saw what the screen was like, so I've just used a paint pen and a ruler on the outside, and then just freehand drawn on the inside, and then I've used a white paint pen to create the dots. Again, I used a circle die there and just cut a slice out of it to make the actual Pac-Man, and the little ghosts were just some different coloured card that I just cut out and stuck some googly eyes down onto. And then the heading, I've just literally copied that from what I found on the internet, just freehand drew the lettering and cut them out. Mounted the yellow card that I cut out onto the orange and the red. So that was for that one. Next one, day 39, was fringe. So this is what I've created for fringe. I started out with, I used some, let me see if I can find it. I used some of the micro glaze for the background. I used a stencil, so I put the stencil down, and then just with my finger I rubbed some of this micro glaze. It's like a very soft sort of wax onto there, and then I took the stencil away and sprayed the whole of the card with lots of different coloured ink sprays. And of course it didn't take to the area that the glaze was on, and the glaze, just once the paint was dry, it just wiped away. Really lovely technique. I'll be trying to use that again soon, I think. I enjoy doing that. And this was a stamp set I've had a while. I've just stamped her onto a piece of card, heat embossed in black, and then coloured with my Spectrum Noir pens, and cut her out and stuck her on there. And you can see her earrings, I've actually used the gold foil and the Quickie glue pen on there. So that was for fringe. I thought, well, I didn't really know what words I could have added to that. I couldn't think of anything witty or anything like that, so I just thought, well, it speaks for itself. She's got quite an awesome fringe. So that was that one. The next one is parchment, day 40. This one is, I've mounted it onto some black card, and I've used some tea-dyed paper, which I've just edged and sort of distressed. I've crumpled it up and then flattened it back out, and went across with a blending brush with some vintage photo, and then I've curled the edges up and stuck those down so they've kind of rolled as if you've rolled it out. Got a couple of Tim Holtz stamps there, the compass and the skull and crossbones, and then I've just freehand drawn an island and all the sort of little waves and the palm trees and mountains and a volcano, and then your dotted line down to X marks the spot where the treasure is, and I've just written Pirate Island on there. So that was for day 40, parchment. And then day 41, it was a forest green. So I've just basically used a lot of my distress inks that are green. I've just created the grass and done lots of stamping with all different foliage and flowers, but I've just done them all in green, different coloured greens. I've got a tree there which I've done some foiling on, if you can see in the light there, some extra green, and then just stuck down some fussy cut green butterflies. I didn't really know what else to add to that, but it's all very green, so it's quite cool. So that was that one. And then last day we've got Racetrack. Now this one stumped me quite a bit. I really did nearly go off prompt, which I haven't done yet. I've managed to stick to all the prompts. So I've just done a bit of research and I've just drawn the track with the ruler and coloured it in with a black paint pen. Found some checkered paper in my stash which I've cut to make flags. I've done a bit of inking of the grass and the sky and a bit of stamping with some trees. Cut out a piece of red card and then found some letters, stamped those with the Versamark and heat embossed in white so that would stand out. So yeah, I thought about putting a racing car in it, but I can't draw racing cars, they're just too complicated. So I just thought, well, it just says racetrack, it doesn't say racing car, so we've got a racetrack. So those are my iCads for this time. As I say, all the links will be in the description box down below. Thank you for watching today, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.